Hello, everybody. Let's see. Are we live? Are we live? Can you all hear me? Can everybody hear me? Hello, everyone. Let's see. Who do we have in the chat? Let's see. We have Cruise Nuts. Hey, can't join it live. Stopping by to say hello. Thank you, Cruise Nuts, for stopping by to say hello. I hope everything is going well for you this Sunday. Okay, great. Leonard Family Fun. Hello, how are you today? The Jen Danielle, thank you for joining me, Jen. Jen is another solo cruiser. Everybody, please link in with Jennifer. She has some great content, and I saw you doing the test live. So I can't wait to see what you're going to do. Let me know if you're going to have a live show so I can let everybody know. But very much looking forward to that. Okay, I see that you can hear me. Oh, let me see. I'm still getting used to everything. So let me see. Show on screen. Okay, yes. So Jen Danielle, thank you for joining. And who else do we have? Thea Wilson. Hello. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for joining the live today. And let's see who else we have. Jeffrey's Angel. Hey, Angel, good afternoon. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me today. And Angel is another vlogger and YouTuber. So, Angel, do you still have your show on Tuesday nights? Because I want to include that in my list of programming for the week. So let me know if you're still doing your lives on Tuesday night. Let's see, she says hello to everyone in the chat. Paul, hello, Paul. How are you? Thank you so much for joining the chat today. Mr. Bucket List. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I pulled up your favorite couple. Hello. Hey, how are you today? Thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Okay, now here, Mr. Bucket List, my past guest. Hey, another solo cruiser. Guys, if you aren't following Mr. Bucket List, I'm sure you all are, but just in case you're not, please. And I need to watch your, I know you just did a documentary on your last solo cruise or your solo cruise experience. I definitely want to watch that. It's been super busy lately, but I have that on my list of things to go back and watch. So guys, check out Mr. Bucket List, his new documentary on solo cruising. Let me know. And I'm sure it's published, but let me know if it's not. But I know I've seen the advertising on it. So definitely looking forward to looking in on that. Got your big bowl of popcorn. All right, yeah, come on, let's go. And there we have Miss, let me see. No one's, yeah, I saw that. It was like, I know, it was like 49 seconds. You know, I'm on the computer all the time because I work on the computer all the time. So, I saw it. All right. And I have Mary Ellen Dillon. Thank you so much for joining us. She's saying hello to Paul. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for always being a supporter. And LF McKinley, happy Sunday to you. And thank you so much for coming. I have Miss Lady D saying hello. Hello, how are you? And of course, Yvette, who won last week's giveaway for my book, and I still have to get that out to the mail. You and Maggie won, so thank you guys so much for participating. And you have to let me know how you like the book too. All right. Let me see. Am I missing? Oh, Yadi, thank you so much. Hello, Yadi. How are you? Thank you so much for coming, Yadi. I have to tell you, you and Siobhan got me interested in Loungefly, and now I'm looking for a nice little bag for myself. I mean, I'm not a bag person either, but you all have gotten me so interested that I can't believe, and I hate shopping, so I can't believe that I'm actually shopping for a bag, so, but I'm just curious now, and I want to check one out. Hello, Game Changer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, and I appreciate your support all the time, showing up. Thank you so much, and your comments. Valerie Cooper. Valerie Cooper. Oh, you must be. Is that you must be Kent. We're all family because I'm Cheryl Cooper. So now we're all. I hope you guys will adopt me into the family. I know we're not closely related, but hey, we're all Coopers. So hey. Buckle Up Adventures. I love your vlogs with you and your son Landon. I love those so much. You guys check out her videos. I just love her adventures with her and her son. Uh, just love your vlog. So thank you so much for coming today. And of course, Raquel from MH Family Adventures. Hello. And I had Raquel on. She joined us last week. And I hope you saw Raquel. I used part of your clips, your from our chat in my Vlogtober. One of my Vlogtober vlogs, it fit in perfectly. So I was like, instead of me trying to explain this, hey, you just explained this the last week. So I hope you didn't mind me, sharing your words, to give a tip to new cruisers. All right. And of course, before I get things started, Keisha, thank you so much you're commenting on everything. And I really appreciate your input because it's, people. Now, I love just sharing my adventures, and slowly it's growing into actually trying to share content and tips for other solo cruisers, because I didn't have any of this when I first started solo cruising. And your feedback is really pushing me to continue to do more, because it's like the more when you see that you're helping other people, no matter, even if it's just one person, it makes you still want to continue and to do more. So I do appreciate your feedback. So let me see, it's 37. I don't want to keep our guests waiting, so there's a couple of things that I want to go through before I bring on the guests. So a couple of things. First of all, I want to say, of course, let me start off by introducing my moderator. Today it is Kiki of Team Reese Travels. So she's going to be in the background. So if you guys have questions for Cooper, solo cruise questions, or even cruising in general, or any type of question, just put them in the chat, and Kiki is going to share those with us. And also, I have a giveaway for tonight. So last time I kicked off the giveaways with 2 of my books, and that was so much fun. So I said, let me keep this going. So I hope you all had a chance to catch up on Cooper's vlogs, because the giveaway is going to be a question based on Cooper's vlogs. So if you watch his vlogs, you have a good chance of winning. So what's going to happen, I'm going to, at a certain time, I'm going to ask a question about something from one of his vlogs, and the first person to put the correct answer in the chat, Kiki's going to let me know, and that person is going to win a $25 Amazon e-gift card. So what I'll do, I'll get your email address and send you that e-gift card right after the chat. So I hope you guys had a chance to catch up and watch Cooper's vlogs. All right. So now before I want to share something I want to share. I really appreciate the support that you all have been giving me with the solo cruise chat, in my desire and interest to share different perspectives, because I'm one solo cruiser. There are many solo cruisers, and I know right now I cruise one particular line, and I have one particular cruising style, and I get a lot of questions, and some of the questions are I think would be beneficial for a cruiser to hear from different perspectives, because this is just me, but everybody doesn't cruise the same. Everybody doesn't have the same cruising lifestyle. So that's what made me want to do this, to bring on other cruisers who can share their perspective and the way that they cruise, and to give you tips as well, because there's not one way to cruise, so that's what I'm doing in this season. And I really enjoy this, and I really enjoy talking to people. But already my brain is going to, okay, what's the next thing? So I'm going to do this for a while. I have a long list of guests that I want to invite, but I'm already thinking about the next season. So I foresee this going until maybe December, January, and then I have another idea that I want to share with you all. So I have something coming up in the future, but for right now, I really appreciate your support in this venture, and hope that that I will have your support in the next one. So just to let you know. And then, of course, I'm not going to put my address up, but of course, I have the Christmas card exchange going. So I would love to exchange Christmas cards with you. Drop me one in the mail, and I will drop you one back. And I'm trying to get through things quickly. Okay, let me see. All right, I think that's it. I think that's it for now. So now I am about to introduce my guest, and I see that he is backstage ready. So let me read his bio. Let me get everything together. Hold on. Okay, so our guest today is Mr. Jason Cooper of Cooper's Conquests. So Jason Cooper was born and raised as a classical musician. Now, he started playing piano at the age of 5, and later added the French horn to his musical repertoire at the age of 10. He went on to get a degree in music performance from the Westchester University of Pennsylvania, with a major in French horn and a minor in piano. Now, after college, Cooper decided to move to Las Vegas, where he played poker full time, which later evolved him into becoming a professional sports bettor. I know you didn't see that coming, because I didn't either. But so now to date, Coop has been on 8 cruises, all with Carnival. But he looks forward to exploring other cruise lines and ships down the road, and he plans to take his subscribers with him on his journey. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Sig's Lido Deck, Jason Cooper of Cooper's Conquest.
Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for having me. What an intro. That was pretty amazing. I don't know. I can't. That was great. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
All right. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I'm excited to have you as a guest. And and how I came across you, every once in a while, I just do a YouTube search on solo cruisers, and I've been doing this for a while because I enjoy, watching other solo cruisers' experiences, to see what they do on their cruises. And I came across your vlogs, and I was just like so entertained. It was just so engaging.
Well,
I
thank
was
you.
like,
Yeah, I think they're a lot of fun. I really like going out there and recording, and I like to talk, obviously. So just kind of works out for me.
okay, well, I want to start off with the first question that I ask everybody. Okay, just in case people don't know who you are, if you can tell us a little bit about yourself, your cruising, experience, and your YouTube channel. Just
Yeah,
a
all
little
right. So my name's Jason Cooper. I like to go by Coop or Cooper. It's
bit.
just always going by my last name, just kind of sticks. And I really enjoy cruising. I think cruising is the best way to take a vacation. And I started a YouTube channel to kind of be more creative. And I thought that being able to vlog and do that on a cruise ship while you're going on vacation, seeing different places, I thought it could be
Mhm.
really kind of a cool thing to take off on. So it's a brand new thing to me.
Okay.
I've done all the editing. I'm learning all that stuff on my own. I don't
Wow.
really know exactly what I'm doing, but every video gets a little bit better, and yeah, just looking forward to whatever life has to bring me.
Uh-huh. So
Mm,
it's got a comment from Jen saying,
yes,
now
it's
that's
really
a
special.
bio. I
Yeah,
have so many questions.
yeah,
And
it's
I have
roller
to
coaster.
say, yeah, because I always ask, people for a bio to, kind of help me out in introducing. And it was like when I saw your bio, I was like, I was not expecting that. So
Yeah, yeah. I went through. Sorry. So yeah, born and raised a musician. I was pretty good at it, to say the least. I'm just going to go ahead and say I was pretty good at it. And I excelled, but I have a love-hate relationship with music
Oh,
because, like anything, it takes so much to be really good at something to the
okay.
point where, you have to bring your instrument with you everywhere. If you want to go to Jamaica, bring your instrument with you. It's just kind
Mhm.
of the what it takes to be that good. And it could be draining at sometimes. And
Oh,
looking back on it, honestly, I decided to not pursue it, not to go get a master's, not to do anything.
mhm.
Probably just needed a break.
Okay.
Probably just needed like 6 or 8 months off, but it's just really draining. It was just a lot for me.
Mhm.
I don't regret it at all. I've always loved to play poker, and I always told myself if I had the opportunity, I could be a professional poker player.
Okay.
And it's loose. I wasn't that much of a pro. I was okay enough though.
Okay. Now, did you just a question? Did you have like a video of yourself as a musician? I noticed you don't
There's
have that on your channel, or
No, yeah, nothing on my channel. But definitely I have stuff from me growing up, stuff from college,
uh
performances. Definitely there's some audios. I haven't posted anything. I don't know if I really want
one? Okay.
to.
Okay.
Maybe someday, maybe I'll find a way to sneak it in there someday.
Mhm.
But not in my next couple videos.
Okay. All right. So now tell me why and when did you get into solo cruising? Because I know you've been cruising for a while.
Mhm.
But you just start cruising? I think you've had three solo cruises.
Right, yeah, and 2 of those solo cruises were this year.
Okay.
And my first solo cruise was back in 2018, and I had a plan to go on a cruise with a girlfriend that I had, and it didn't work out. And we had booked, like, the Cloud9 spa. It was, like, $1,700 a person. Like, we
Uh-huh.
paid a lot, and I
Okay.
told her, "If you wanna come on this cruise, like, it's okay. We paid a lot of money." She said, "No, take a friend, take your brother, take whoever," but I decided to go by myself.
Okay.
And it was an experience that I didn't know that I would like it.
Okay.
It was like something for my birthday, and I'm going on this cruise ship by myself, and I just didn't know if it was going to work out. But I'm
Hmm.
talking 10 or 15 minutes. As soon as I got on the ship, it was gold.
Okay. All right. Because I mean, you seem to have like an outgoing personality. So you don't seem to be like shy or anything. So,
Yeah, I mean, so I am outgoing, but I do love my alone time.
okay.
I really cherish that. So, I do have this energy that kind of comes out where if I want to socialize, I'll just go do it.
Hmm.
And you know, bat a thousand. Every now and then people don't want to hear you or see you or anything to do with you, and you just kind of whatever, just go on to the next one. Not everyone wants to engage all the time.
Hmm.
But I don't think that if someone were to reject you, I don't think that should ever deter anyone for wanting to go out and be social.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. We have a comment from Miss Queen Rose. She says she doesn't follow many men solo cruisers.
Oh,
Definitely subscribe. So,
we're breaking barriers here, Miss Queen.
all right. And then we have well, I saw a comment that I wanted to put up. Where is it? Yes. Yes, Jeffrey's
Yes.
Angel. Yes, I love my me time, and you guys know that I do too. If you follow my blog, so
Yeah. You can go out to the atrium or, go to the Lido deck if you really want to go and do your thing, but there's always no one's going to miss you if you go to your room. You can
right.
just sneak away and go, and no one's gonna, hey, where's Coop at? And no one's gonna just go
Hmm.
do your thing, recharge your batteries, and then go out and do your thing.
Yeah. And then, so for solo cruising, a lot of people that contact me, they want to solo cruise. They have like a fear that they're trying to get over of traveling alone. So I'm guessing that you didn't have a fear of cruising solo, did you?
So a fear, no, but was I nervous? 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
And each time you go, I went by myself. I was super
Okay.
nervous.
Oh,
On my very first time going, like I didn't know if I was going to be able to meet anyone or hang out with anyone. I didn't have any excursions booked. I had no idea.
mm-hmm.
But on my very first solo cruise, I met another solo cruiser,
Okay.
and we became buddies kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, we just kind of planned like, oh, let's meet here at 3 o'clock, and it kind of worked out. Uh,
Okay.
but and I think that there's the Facebook groups, and you can find other solo cruisers through all that kind of stuff. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't had any bad experiences with that.
Okay. Now, do you travel internationally as a solo or across the states? Do you solo travel locally as well, or from?
Oh, well, I live alone. I do everything alone. So kind of sort of. I've never done like a international trip, like a European trip, anything like that by myself. I would
Mhm.
love to, hopefully someday. But I moved out to Vegas by myself. I didn't have any family out there. My family's from the East Coast, and I was the one that moved out west. So I did that by myself. That was a pretty big shakeup. But as far as like traveling in the States, I don't think so, not so much. I'd rather go on cruises.
Okay, okay. Because and I asked because I did see like in your vlogs. I remember you vlogged about like a was it a museum in Pennsylvania
Oh, right.
and
Yeah, my
so
my family's in the Philadelphia area.
oh okay
So I
okay
figured while I was staying there, why not go and see a few things? But, and maybe I will still continue that series, but
uh-huh
like I said, I'm still kind of trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with my cruise channel. As
okay
far as just cruise content, or, like I said, I'm going to Vegas.
hmm
Think there would be some cool Vegas vlogs if I could do that. So I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do yet.
okay all right now I will say now you're watching your vlogs. I mean you always seem very very positive and you look like you have a lot of fun. Now have you had any negative experiences with cruising solo, any issues?
Any issue? Not really.
Uh-huh.
I think if the worst thing that could happen is you don't really want to hang out with someone,
Yeah.
but it never really got to the point where they were so latched on or whatever, always wanted to be with you, that it was just an issue. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, maybe that's just luck. There is a small sample size. I've only been on 3 solo cruises, so
Okay.
haven't, uh,
Yeah. And
have
then but
you have you had any negative experiences?
negative. I think, if I do, I tune them out. I would say because I don't really focus on the negative. I'm one of those people that, I try to think of the positive because I know everything's not going to go right 100% of the time. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to focus on that. I don't harp on that. It's like, okay, if there's a problem, there's an issue, try to resolve it and move on and
Right.
enjoy the rest of my vacation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've had things to go wrong. I think the worst thing that happened to me, oh, yeah, this was really bad.
Oh.
So, the worst thing that happened to me, and it was a 3-day cruise, I believe, I had my luggage was not brought to my room. So, all I had was the clothes that I had on and whatever I brought in my carry on for the entire cruise. My luggage was lost.
Oh,
And what
wow.
happened was they sent it to the wrong room. And whoever was in that room, now I don't know if it was intentional or if they just didn't realize it, but my bag was in their room and I didn't get it until I was about to debark the ship. So I had just one outfit. Now,
Of course, you have a bag that's not yours.
what people have tried to tell me is like, especially if you're in a room with a lot of people, you don't know whose bag is who, and there's bags all around. But I'm like, okay, there's,
Wow.
now
Wow.
that was a very negative experience. And
Yeah.
when I was going through the moment, yes, that was very negative. I was very upset. But I look back on my pictures, I still managed to have a good time. But I do remember being upset. However, the ship compensated me very well for that. But it's still like when you're going through that negative moment,
Right.
it's like no matter what they do to compensate you, you don't feel like it's good enough. And then I look back, I'm like, oh, that was really good. So,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely in the moment, that could
uh-huh.
be, ooh, yeah, that can ruin a lot of people's trips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But
yeah.
Yeah, but it worked out. I think that was the only negative thing that I've had that I can say was truly negative, but I still, made the most of it. So,
Yeah, and a
uh,
lot of times if something bad happens, I like to
mhm.
just separate myself completely from
Yeah.
whatever, if it's a person or whatever's going on, I'm like, okay, this is bad. I'm going to go there and just,
Hmm.
I don't want it to ruin my mojo.
Okay. Yeah. And LF McLean says, I like that things are not going to go right 100% right, and of
Yeah,
the time. So yeah,
big
great
facts.
motto.
Yes.
So, question. So, why did you decide to start vlogging your cruise?
Yes. So that's actually a really good question.
Uh-huh.
And it came from a meme. All right, yeah, seriously, it came from a meme. I saw this meme, and we do our mindless scrolling sometimes, and you see something that kind of comes out to you, and it said you only need 5 hobbies in your life. You need one to make money, you need one to keep you in shape, you need one
Hmm.
to stay creative, you need
Okay.
one to build your mindset, and you need one to build knowledge, and you need one to grow your mindset.
Hmm.
5.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, all right, well, so I have a job, I like to go to the gym and I like to play chess, I like to read, but I don't do
Hmm.
anything that's creative at all. I
Okay.
told you I don't do the music thing so much anymore.
Okay.
So I told myself I want to start vlogging. I want
Hmm.
to start kind of making like little mini movies, and do a lot of editing with it and stuff. And like I said earlier, I don't have any experience with the editing, but I really kind of like the tedious process of
Yeah.
kind of putting everything together from a couple hours of footage.
So when did you start? I mean, with your YouTube channel, with that first vlog, was that like the first thing you really edited? Or
So, so I did do a few poker videos some years
okay.
ago, maybe like 3 or 4. So I did kind of play with it a little bit,
Okay.
but yeah. So, but maybe that was like my fifth video lifetime.
Okay.
No, I haven't really done much with it, and just really trying to. It's a hobby that I'm taking seriously.
Okay, yeah, because I just found from the start, I found your vlogs just so engaging. I mean, the
Oh,
different
thank
techniques
you.
that you use. So I'm like, okay, I need to steal some of this.
Well, and like a lot of us watch YouTube. We're on YouTube right
Yeah.
now, and there's like
Uh-huh.
certain people that we like, and I see some things that they do, and I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
I can kind of incorporate some of that into my vlogs. Even though they're
Yeah.
not doing cruise content, but I
Right.
just kind of get ideas from everywhere and put it into your own style, right?
Okay. Let me see. Parker's on the go. So she's the third part three of Cruise Kibitz. You
Oh, okay, okay.
so
Arcus
she
on the
says that,
go.
and they're on a cruise, so that's why she's not here with us today. She's on Enchantment of the Seas. Her and Brandon having a great time. She says, "Hey, I know we're late, but we did watch a couple of vlogs between you and your brother. Love your vlogging style. See, and your
Thank you.
content."
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep it up. And John will be featured in future vlogs. We will be going on more cruises, I'm sure. John's a teacher, so his time to cruise is it's a short
Yeah,
window. So
right.
when
Okay.
that happens, yeah, we have a good time.
All right. So now I let me see, how do I put this? So introvert is in my middle name of my, SIGCruiser. So I'm an introvert. So I'm always curious about the personality styles of other cruisers. So what do you consider your cruising lifestyle to be? Do you feel comfortable like approaching others with conversation? Do you do that on your cruises?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
absolutely. I will talk to literally anyone. Age group doesn't matter, lifestyle doesn't matter, whatever you're into doesn't matter. I,
Mhm.
it's almost honestly, it's kind of a gift because I
Okay.
I can find, there's some people who can only talk to certain like-minded people, but it doesn't matter where you are or what you're into. I can find a conversation with someone. Um,
Mhm.
and I really enjoy it, whether you be from a different country or from wherever. So if I see someone by
Yeah.
themselves, if I see
Mhm.
someone just sitting there and I'm
Mhm.
not really doing anything, like I'll just kind of say, "Hey." How you doing?
Okay.
And a lot of times they'll engage. It takes two to tango, and if their shields are up, I won't push. I definitely won't push. But
Yeah.
if they're saying hi and they're open, how you doing, and they ask me questions, then yeah, I'll sit there and talk.
Right. Yeah. So you're that person that I love to connect with on the ship because it's like I'm sitting at the bar, and might be kind of quiet. Then a person like you comes up, next to me and just starts chatting away, and I'm like, hey, okay. Once the conversation gets started, then I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any problems. I'm very comfortable with approaching someone who's sitting alone.
Uh-huh.
I really, if someone's just sitting there doing nothing, I will just say hi. And I don't even know where it's going to take me. I don't know. I don't have any intentions. I just see someone alone, especially on a cruise ship,
Mm-hmm.
because usually you're together, you're with someone, you're with family, you're with whoever. So if you're by yourself, it's for a reason. And
Right.
there's
Yeah.
usually a story behind it. So I
Yeah.
always like to see what's out there.
Okay. All right. So I have a clip that I want to share and ask you something about it on that.
Oh, okay.
So oh, no,
Yeah, we got here.
this is an easygoing
It's
one.
an
So
easy one. Okay. All right.
let me go ahead and share it. So let's get this.
The violins. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Yeah. Guilty. It's there. I don't even remember doing that. It's so funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's so great.
So when I saw that, especially after reading your bio,
Mhm.
I didn't make the connection until after reading your bio. So when you get on the ships, I mean, like, do you critique the musicians? I mean, how is that? Because there's musicians all over the ships,
Right.
different types. You got your guitars, you got your violinists, piano players. So are you like listening and critiquing, like, oh, they're crap, or they're awesome? I mean,
So I don't try to critique, but
uh-huh.
I do hear everything. So
Yeah.
if there's a mistake, I notice it. But at the same time, there's never any perfect performances.
Okay.
So I mean, usually, and a lot of those artists are really, really great.
Uh-huh.
So as far as like saying, hey, who's good and who's not, or who's
Yeah.
bad, I don't ever. I have seen some not so great singers.
Okay.
I'm going to say
Uh-huh.
that. I don't think I put that in the vlog at all.
Uh-huh.
But I don't go there to critique it. I go there to enjoy it because I know that they're really talented, and
Uh-huh.
I know that whatever they're going to produce is going to be something on a level that I know is pretty amazing. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and just like I said, I was raised around some incredible musicians, and
Mm-hmm.
whenever I see another great musician, I like to take the time and appreciate what they're doing.
Okay. So now is that like one of your favorite things to do on the ship? Like listen to music, or do you have something else that's your favorite?
I do love listening to the music sets. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's also a part of me socializing as well. Because if I'm sitting there
Okay.
listening to music, I'm probably talking to someone as
Yeah.
well. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
every now and then you get up and dance, right?
Yes.
So
Uh-huh.
that's always an option too. So it's just all there, and I don't like to sit through the music sets for the whole 3 hours. Usually
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
maybe an hour, and then I'll kind of keep it moving. But I
Okay.
do love listening to the music. Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. So now I have a question. Switching topics. You seem to be like a friend magnet on the ship. But I'm curious. Now, have you ever, and see, had an experience where somebody is clinging too much, and you've had to like hide or run away or anything like that? Because you seem
That
very friendly. I can see people just wanting to hang out with you.
yeah. Well, all right, so I don't think that's happened, no, not on a cruise ship.
Okay.
Not on a
Oh,
cruise
it's happened, but not on the ship. Okay.
definitely happened. but not on a cruise ship.
Okay.
But
Uh,
at the same time, I don't always make myself that available.
uh-huh.
Yeah, so like I don't have the Wi-Fi, or I don't do the text plan, so you can't just come find me.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
always one of this guy. I don't know about that. The camera helps. I think having a big camera,
Uh-huh.
it's like a beacon. People are looking at you. Uh,
Okay, so okay, all right, another question, different topic. So, one of the questions from solo cruisers is always about the dining experience. So, as a solo cruiser, how do you do dining? Alone, sharing table?
yeah,
What do you
I
do?
like to dine alone.
Okay.
And I think that this is going to be like whatever your personal preference is.
Mm-hmm.
But like we were just talking about, I like to talk to everyone. I like to socialize. I like to be around people, and just it's so much stimulation. And then come about 7 o'clock at night, I just want to chill. I
Uh-huh.
just want to eat my food and not really talk to anyone, because I usually go to the club at night, and that's
Okay.
more. That's more. So like that time is usually the only time I kind of get to do my own thing, eat my food, take my time.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'll bring a book.
Okay.
I do recommend like anyone to bring something to read,
Okay.
if you don't have the internet plan.
Right.
Otherwise, but I think that's a good time to kind of just do your own thing, and I don't like to eat with strangers.
Uh-huh.
Try
Oh,
to be I'll try to be quiet. No, that's my brother. That's my
yeah,
brother.
I figured
That's
that.
my man.
Okay. Now, and then staying on the topic of dining. So one of the things that I vlog and share is about my gluten-free experience. So I noticed you're vegetarian. Do I call you vegan, vegetarian?
Yeah, call me a vegetarian. Well,
Okay.
I've changed things. I eat fish like twice a week now.
Okay.
I've been vegetarian. I was vegetarian for like 8 years.
Okay. Oh
So
wow. Okay.
yeah, so mostly vegetarian.
So how is that with cruising? And especially I know you cruise with Carnival mostly for right now. So how is the vegetarian experience on the Carnival ships?
Yeah, I would say it's good. I wouldn't say it's like amazing, but I think it's good
Mhm.
enough. At dinner, there's always a couple appetizers and an entree. The thing
Okay.
is, the entree is just an Indian style
Yeah,
entree, which I love.
I
However, what'd you say?
I said I have that on one of my cruises, the Indian entree, and I love it. I love
It's really
Indian.
good. It's really
Yes,
good.
it is.
The only issue is I think it's like the only vegetarian option. So you go on a 7-day cruise, you're
Uh-huh.
eating Indian food 7 nights in a row.
Yeah.
So that might get annoying to some people. Um,
Uh-huh.
during the day, it got a little tricky
Hmm.
because between 2:30 and 5:30, there's like only thing that's open is like Guy's Burger and the deli.
Uh-huh.
So as a vegetarian, you can get French fries, or you can get like a grilled cheese sandwich,
Hmm.
or I think there was like a tomato caprese sandwich, but your options are so limited during the day.
Okay.
So you have to eat early, or you're kind of screwed until the evening. So that's kind of not what was.
What's that? What's
What are
that?
you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, you do you know what that is?
I don't
You
know.
don't know what that
It's
is?
the horn.
You're
Is this the?
you're a cruiser and you came on the Lido deck and you haven't even done the
This is
muster
is
drill
this the
yet.
the
This is the
mustard
muster
drill?
drill.
This is
Yes.
oh
You knew
wow.
about it and you didn't ask at the top of the show. You should have said, Sig, I need to do the muster drill
The
first.
mustard drill. The mustard
Yes.
drill. I did see a clip of this. I did see a clip of it. 30 seconds. Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Yes, yes.
Oh man.
So you know what it is. So it's like 10 questions that we're trying to answer in 30 seconds. All right. So
Okay.
you ready?
Am I ready? I got no choice. Let's do it. Okay. Let's go.
All right. Okay, let's go. Okay. Ship excursion or exploring your own?
Exploring your own.
Okay. Favorite ship to date?
Carnival Pride.
Favorite type of excursion?
Doing my own thing.
Cheers or nah?
Cheers.
Favorite ship meal?
Vegetarian option.
Best port restaurant.
Oh, Fat Tuesday.
Best shipboard casino game.
Oh, casino game would be craps.
Oh,
Would be craps.
really?
Yes, craps. Yes.
I just knew that was going to be poker.
No, no, there's a reason why. There is a reason why. Oh my God.
Okay, well,
Um,
we'll get back to that because I do have questions, but we got to finish the rest. So we
okay,
had
yes,
three
yeah.
questions left. I had dining. Well, you already answered this. Dining alone or sharing table.
Dining alone.
Okay, forward, mid, or aft cabin.
Mid.
Okay, and then port days or sea days.
Port days.
Okay. All right. Well, you didn't win, and had you won, it would have been absolutely nothing. So you still.
It's harder than it looks. I was like, I could get through this.
Well, see,
And
I don't know why people can't get the questions in 30 seconds because I've practiced this myself. I've asked myself the questions and I've answered, and I always get it in 30 seconds. So
yeah,
I don't know why this is a problem.
I need more reps. I need more reps, coach.
Okay. So now getting back to the casino, because I did have a question about that, just
Yes.
because you are, you're a poker player. So do you play in the casino on the ships?
Absolutely not. And there's a reason. There's a really good reason. So when I went on my first solo cruise, I
Uh-huh.
told myself I'm going to play a little bit of poker. I'm going to make a little bit of money, and I'm going to be on a cruise. This is going to be great. This is my whole master plan. And I get to the table, and so the way casinos work, they take a small percentage of every pot that's played.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were at like in Las Vegas at the Bellagio playing poker, they would take maybe $5 at most of every
Okay.
single pot. So it can be a $50 pot, they'll take $5. It could be a $200 pot, they'll take $5.
Mm-hmm.
On Carnival cruises, they take 15% uncapped.
Oh wow.
So they don't top it at $15. If it's $100 pot, they'll take $15. If it's
Uh-huh.
a $400 pot, they're taking 60.
Oh goodness. Okay.
So I was sitting there and I was playing for maybe 40 minutes the first time I got there. And
Mm-hmm.
I said, I was sitting there and I saw how much they were taking. And I told the guys, like, I don't know if this game is beatable. I said that. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I think they're taking too much money. And one of the guys was like, yeah, I know, right? This is kind of brutal. And I said, yeah, I know. So I left and I don't play anymore.
Wow. Oh
So it's kind
goodness.
of a relief that I don't have to worry about it. I can just go on the cruise and enjoy myself.
Mm-hmm.
But the Carnival casinos, the odds kind of rip you off. They
Oh wow.
yeah, they're not right.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what else because I thought you were going to be the expert on this on the Carnival Casino, and you were going to share how we can get those casino deals and everything. So.
Yeah. My advice is don't. My advice is don't, honestly.
Oh goodness! All
So,
right.
sorry, everyone. Sorry, everyone. You want to go gamble? Don't do it on Carnival cruises.
Oh, oh, that hurts.
Yeah, I know. But that's the way it is.
All right. Well,
Unless you just do it for, you kind of know that you're gambling and
uh-huh.
do it for that, but you can't. The odds are incorrect. Like even for blackjack,
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed when you get blackjack, it pays you a little bit less on the
Okay.
Carnival cruise ships than what it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
I just I wouldn't
oh
mess with it.
wow. Oh goodness. Okay. Well, we have a question from Miss Lady D. Will you cruise other lines?
Absolutely, I will cruise other lines. When will I cruise other lines? I'm not sure yet. But I do want to try Royal Caribbean. I want to try Celebrity Cruises. I want to try them all. Honestly, MSC, Princess. But right now, I'm in a kind of if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay.
And I've been Carnival has been great to me, so I don't need to venture out. But at the same time, I know I will at some point.
Okay. Excuse me. I have a little coffee. My throat got a
Oh,
little
it's all
dry
right.
here. All right. So we have a question from Jennifer Alana. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Do you have any upcoming cruises planned?
So I do. So I have a family cruise, and it's not really upcoming. It's next August. So we're going to Alaska. I don't know if you've done an Alaska cruise yet, but this will be my first time going there, and that is August 24th on the Carnival Luminosa. And the Luminosa, I think, used to
Yes.
be Coast
Costa.
Carnival Costa, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's cool. We're going to be doing that, but that's next August. I'm going
Okay.
to be doing something in April, but I don't have anything booked yet.
Okay.
I want to do something within the next like 3 weeks, but
Ah.
I don't know if I will.
Okay. So you do like last minute cruises too, then?
Yes, yeah, I'm a last minute person.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have something future planned, but I'll hop on a ship if I have time.
All right. All right. So, well, now I want to take a little break because I see time. I'm into this conversation so much, and I see time is getting away. But I want to do the giveaway now. So,
Oh, right.
yeah.
Hey, okay.
So, if you were here at the beginning of the chat, so for the giveaway, hopefully you've had a chance through the past week to go and watch Cooper's vlogs. Yes, we are doing a $25 Amazon e-giveaway, and I'm going to base it on a question from one of Cooper's vlogs. So, and what I'm going to do is ask the question, and then Kiki is going to kind of monitor who answers the question first. All right. So let's see. Let me find, where is the question? Okay, here it is. Get my throat together. All right, for the question, why? Wait a minute. Do we need to? Because this question is about. I'm going to ask you, Cooper. Do we need to disqualify your brother from this? This it's on you. It's on you. You
Yeah,
say yes.
okay.
Okay. All right, John. I'm sorry. You can't. So, all right. So, why were Coop and his brother stressing about boarding the Carnival Conquest in August? Let's see if anybody knows that. Why were Coop and his brother stressing about boarding the Carnival Conquest in August? Does anybody know? Let's see.
We
Anybody
should we should disqualify my mother as well.
know? That's kind of, you know what? I'm gonna let you disqualify because I can't
Well, I
disqualify.
mean, I love my mom. I love her, but she played a huge part in that.
Okay, I see an answer.
Oh, okay, we got a winner.
Yes, let me see. Let me bring Kiki on stage to see. Oh, come on. Okay, yes,
Oh,
that's the first answer.
there it is.
John
There
lost
it
his
is.
passports.
That really happened. He found it. He found it. For those who don't know, we found it. So it's funny now.
All right. Oh, and you know, and see, I jumped the gun because I wanted to. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and do this anyway. Hold on. Let me set this up. Just a second. Because I thought this was going to be a fun way to reveal the answer. Hold on. Okay, let me share my screen. Is this? Okay, yeah, that's the one. All right.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was like the funniest. I'm sure it wasn't funny at the time, but
I was laughing. All right, so I knew it was going to be okay. I knew the birth certificate angle. I mean, I was just optimistic, I guess. Like if someone lost his passport, I'm pretty sure someone would, turn it in to someone. I was pretty
yeah.
sure, but I was laughing.
Goodness.
There's got to be a troll, right? And I played that role for sure.
Okay. All right.
He
All
was
right.
not
So
happy. He was not happy.
oh, I'm sure he wasn't, but John, thank you so much for keeping us entertained because that made for a great vlog. So I
Yes,
enjoyed watching.
yes.
All right. So one thing I want to touch, we haven't talked about excursions and how you handle excursions as a solo cruiser. Now, me, I know I'm different. I do the ship excursions, mainly because I'm traveling alone. I'm female. I just it's a security thing for me. So,
Right.
how do you handle excursions?
So there was one cruise where I just kind of figured it out on my own. I
Hmm.
saw that the Carnival cruise offered the sloth and monkey excursion tour.
Hmm.
So I saw how much it costs on Carnival's website, and I was like, oh, like it was like $65. Like, that's a little bit. I don't
Okay.
know. I think I can do this on my own. So I just kind of went there and I went to the information. And I asked her, "Hey, how do I get to the sloth and monkey excursion?" She told me go to the cab, and I went to the cab, and I just kind of did it on my own. And it was an hour and a half round trip, and I had
Hmm.
plenty much more time to explore. However, I would say if you've never been on a cruise before, or you're solo cruising first time, it's different for women, of course. Just book it through. Yeah, there it is, right there. Oh, the pink do rag. Yeah, I definitely did that. That's great. It did not hurt. It was no
Okay, it
pain.
looked like it
It
did.
did not hurt. No, it didn't. That was an awesome experience. And they're so smart, like they knew their names, and there was like a group that they're from a cruise ship. I don't think it was Carnival, but
Okay.
there was a definitely a group tour there, and I
Mhm.
was just with a couple of other people who went there, I guess a la carte, and
Okay.
we just paid per person, and it was easy. Cab driver waited for me. And he
Mhm.
went there and he waited for me. So I like kind of doing things on my own.
Okay.
But I think it's perfectly reasonably fine to book through Carnival, especially there's the insurance thing of not getting
Oh
left,
yeah. Okay.
you know.
I completely agree. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially when you're just starting out. I think after you get some experience and you're comfortable with it. I think that's. Let me see. Do we have?
right.
Okay. She's asking Kaya a question. So. And now one thing I want to say with vlogging, now that you're vlogging and you've had, you did cruises before, started vlogging. So now that you're vlogging on your cruises, how do you manage that? Do you find enough balance to where, okay, you're vlogging part of the time and you're able to enjoy your cruise, or are you focused on, okay, the content for your vlogs and, getting the right shot and things like
Yeah,
that?
so vlogging is a little tiring. It can be a
Yeah.
little tiring, because you want to get certain shots, you have to tell the story, if you get on the ship and then 3 hours later you're somewhere else, you're like,
Yeah.
well, what happened during that time?
Hmm.
So there's always something kind of going on in my head, like, should I record this, or how should I set this up,
Hmm.
and it can interfere with, us talking or us
Okay.
going to do something, um but at the same time I really do enjoy the whole process,
Hmm.
and if someone wants to go have a drink or go sit or go up to a pool, I'll say, hey, I'll meet you in 20,
Okay.
and let me do this, let me record this, let me make sure I have this. But it definitely gets in the way a little bit. It definitely,
Uh,
yeah. And that's just part of the territory.
okay.
And I'm okay with that.
Okay. All
I
right.
I really am. At night I put the camera away.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I put the camera away after, usually after dinner. I'm usually okay. Put the camera in the room, and people
Okay.
even make a comment like, "Oh, you don't, I've seen you with the camera all day," and I just,
Okay.
that.
And now that you mentioned that, because I heard you say in your vlogs that you go to the club at night, but I don't think, have you ever vlogged clubbing?
Not really. I've taken stuff on my phone, but and
Yeah.
I meant to put some stuff on YouTube, but I just didn't.
Okay.
But no, I usually don't. I usually just enjoy myself. I dance. I have some drinks. I socialize. It's super loud, and I don't
Mhm.
think that just having a camera and filming people, it's
Yeah.
just enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have a question. This is regarding packing, because a lot of people, some people, I think I'm kind of along with you on the packing. So how do you pack for? your cruises, do you carry a lot of things? Do you pack outfits for the different events, or what do you do?
So on our very last cruise that John and I went on, I just had a backpack. And
Wait, just a backpack? Okay, you're more extreme than I am. Okay.
I did not have any dress clothes, so we didn't get dressed up on elegant night. We
Uh-huh.
didn't do that, but I just had a backpack. Yeah, I did that. And the cool thing is that I didn't do this last time, but I'm
Uh-huh.
totally cool with doing laundry on the ship.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Oh, I
I'm
saw you in the laundry room. Yeah. Well, you were ironing
Yeah, I
then.
was ironing. Yeah, I didn't do it last time, but I wouldn't mind like wearing the same shirt twice on the ship.
Okay.
Like I don't mind that. Rather than getting a whole nother bag, like I can fit everything. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I travel really, really light. I love being very minimalist. I took it to the extreme then, but it
Yeah.
worked. It worked.
Yeah. See, I consider myself a minimalist, and I always do, carry on. I'll do carry on in like a tote bag, and that's
Yeah.
it, even for 7-day cruises. But yeah, never just a backpack. So
It was.
kicking it with the Rick says, "Oh, you're good. I just packed for a 4-day, and let's just say it's ridiculous."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I've done the opposite. There was one of my cruises where I had all my clothes with me. I had two big luggage. I had everything, and
Uh-huh.
it's just, so I've done both extremes, and I think there's a happy medium somewhere. But if I can, I would like to just have a backpack.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's the least amount that I can carry on, the better. And especially because I like to carry my bags on and off because, I like getting on early and like going straight to my room, and then I like getting off first thing in the morning, as soon as
Right.
possible. So
Yeah.
all right. Let me see. Do we have any questions in the chat? If not, I got more.
Sorry.
We're it's 4:26 already. Okay, well let me wrap. Okay.
We're
So all
talking. That's almost
right.
hour.
So I want to talk about let me see. Your one thing I like about your vlogs, even though you've done 3 solo cruises, you have to me 2 great vlogs about first time cruisers and meeting people on the
All
ship,
right.
and I think that's really good. And I liked your feedback because it was different than the standard. So well actually let me share. Let me see. Let me share. I did take a clip that I thought was really good, and I said, "Well, let me share this with people." So let me set
Is
this
this in
up.
the solo cruise tips video? Is that this?
I took a clips from both of them. So
Oh, okay. All right.
let me see. Hold on. Let me see which one this is. This is. Oh no! Wait. Hold on. Oops. Okay. Well, hold on. I gotta get better at this.
Sorry, we'll get there.
but but while I'm setting this up, I mean, let's what feedback do you or what would be your number one tip for new solo cruisers?
So if you've never been on a solo cruise, just realize that you're going to be nervous when you're getting on the ship because you don't really know what to expect. Every ship is different as far as the people go. You might have a ship that with a bunch of party goers, or you might have a ship with who people who just want to relax. I
Right.
think that either experience can be maximized to the fullest.
Okay.
But my advice would be just to not be afraid to put yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
If you like to dance even a little bit, go out and dance.
Oh,
If you see someone who you think you might hit it off with, go say hi. Just try to be the one to break that ice.
okay.
And at the same time, I think that by putting forth that energy, that people will approach you in ways that you won't even know, and the other opportunities open. I just think that you shouldn't be afraid of failure.
Okay.
But you're
All
going
right.
to be nervous. You're definitely going
Yes.
to be nervous. Yeah, I think that's perfectly normal.
Well, speaking of being nervous, it's like looking at your vlogs, I can never tell that you're nervous. And like, here's one example of you meeting people. And I mean, you just don't seem nervous at all about meeting people. So,
Yeah, so they were funny. These guys were funny. I had to block out his shirt. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just thought that was so cool about, I
yeah.
mean, you just met people like that. And
It just happened, and I think in the way that happened was really cool. If you believe
uh-huh,
in any higher powers, where I want to take this swing back, but instead I had to walk back, and if I hadn't walked back, I wouldn't have that would have never happened. Um,
exactly.
that particular group of people, I met them on the first night of the cruise,
Oh,
and I
okay.
think
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think that was like day 4, but we weren't like hanging out. Like I would see
Mhm,
them, we'd hang and then we kind of go our separate ways. But they
mhm.
were the type of people, like I said it in my solo cruise tips video, if anyone's watched that. But sometimes people will adopt you.
Yes.
So there was a group of 4, and a couple of them were siblings and friends. And they're like, hey, do you want to come hang out with us? Or hey, we're going to the beach. Do you want to? And they know I'm by myself.
Uh-huh.
So there's
Okay.
people like that. I think as a solo cruiser that, if people know that you're by yourself, they'll say, hey,
Mhm.
what are you
Yeah.
doing? Do you want to hang? And it just kind of works out. You can't plan it, obviously.
Right.
Just kind of go with it.
All right. And so we're winding down. So I want to leave with this one last clip, and then I want to ask you one last question if we don't have any
Okay.
more in the chat. So let me do this. Let's see. Oops. Wait. I'm sorry. Now, I 100% agree with that.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, like everywhere you go, you can start up top, even up at the Lido deck, a couple of the bars up there. And there's obviously always like parties and live music. There's jacuzzis, the pools.
Hmm.
There's just so many opportunities for you to say hello to anyone,
Yes.
and at the same time, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Yes, I definitely.
Yeah, kicking it with the rock says yes. Definitely need to be subbed to that channel. That
Appreciate
video
it.
alone won me over. I love fun.
I love it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate
like
that.
I
That's
like I
great.
said, your videos are awesome. So everyone, if you aren't already, please subscribe to Cooper's Conquest. I promise you will enjoy the content, and please, share it out, to your friends and family. So
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This has been great. I really like doing this with you. So hopefully we can do something else in the future.
oh
Like
yes,
who
most
knows?
definitely.
Who knows? We'll end up on a cruise together. Who
Oh, hey,
knows?
you never know. Yeah, we can definitely plan something, co-vlog something. Hey.
Yeah, that would be fun. I think that would be great. I think that's a great idea.
All right, I'm always up for collaboration. My girls will tell
All
you.
right, I will
But
make it happen.
before we go, I want to share my programming guide. This is Sig's programming guide. So Addie and Terry are on the Disney cruise, so they won't be doing a live. I don't think at 5 today. I think they said they won't be doing a live. But tonight we have Sunday shenanigans with Team Reach Travel at 6:45 p.m. Just Kaya is on Monday nights, and Just Kaya, if you can put in the chat what time your live is, and before we leave, Everyone who is a creator, if you're a creator, if you have a live stream, if you do a weekly live stream, or if you have content, please put hashtag creator in the chat so everyone can follow. Okay, she'll be back on Jeffrey's Angels. She'll be back on Tuesday nights. And then Edna does her wind down Wednesdays. Cruise Kibitz, we drop a podcast every Thursday. And if you've noticed, we do a podcast, but guys, have you noticed that last week's podcast was a full episode on YouTube? Yes, we're going to put our full podcast on YouTube now. So it's on our channel. So please check out our channel. You can get there by cruisekibitz.com. We have Parkers on the Go on Thursday. My list is getting longer and longer every week because there's so much great content out there. And it's so funny because when I first started solo cruising, I didn't have any of this. So this is great now. Parkers on the Go Thursdays nights at 7. A Rich and Jazzy Life. I follow them and attend their lives on Fridays. So the question is, Cooper's Conquest, when are you going to start your lives?
When am I going to start my lives? Wow. That is a great question. That's a great question. Never have I ever done a live stream. So, maybe, yeah, I think it needs to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say sooner rather than later. We'll say that.
Okay, yeah. All right. So I'm going to leave you with the last word. Any parting words that you would like to share with aspiring solo cruisers, new solo cruisers, or anything that you want to share before we get out of here?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. I really love what you do. This is great. I hope that you could keep doing this until you get that new inspiration. But I think this is awesome. And I think that if anyone wants to be a solo cruiser, I think that you should just go for it. I don't think that there's ever going to be a perfect storm where it's like, okay, this summer I'm going to do it. I'm going to feel great. I think you should just do it. And just like believe in yourself and put yourself out there and don't be afraid of failure. Because if you go for success, you'll achieve success.
Okay.
So, you're going to be nervous, but just do it.
Great words.
Thank you for the sub. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That's great.
Well, Cooper, Jason, thank you so much for joining me, and I appreciate you your feedback, your answers to the questions, and for sharing content not only here but also on your vlogs. Sharing content for new solo cruisers and those who want to solo cruise. I don't know. That's become a passion of mine since solo cruising and having other people. I think it does something to me when I, hear people say that I want to solo cruise, but, I'm afraid and I can't. And so I appreciate, other people who are sharing with the world what it's like to solo cruise so that they can feel more comfortable doing that. So
yes, yeah. And it's a growing community. Yeah, there's more and more of us. So yeah, I look forward to doing more. And yeah.
All right. And great interview.
Thank you. Thanks, Yvette.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And until the next time, I think we're going to sign off here. So thank you so much, Justin. All right. And Wilson, can't wait to hear more. Okay. Thank you, guys.
I gotta check them out.
Yes, you must.
Yeah, I definitely got to check them out. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're going to sign off here. So, all right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.